Inspiration is a gift that can come to you at any time. As an artist, you need to be prepared. With Duet, you can plug in guitars, keyboards, microphones, and record your music anywhere. In this tutorial, we will go over how to connect different input sources to your Duet. We'll discuss using the XLR mic input, the XLR line input, and the 1/4-inch high-Z instrument inputs. Duet's breakout cable has 4 inputs, 2 XLR connectors and 2 1/4-inch high-Z connectors. Any combination of 2 can be used at the same time. We will first start with the XLR mic input using a dynamic microphone. Connect your mic cable to the Duet breakout cable and to your mic. Launch Maestro if it's not already open. In the Maestro control panel, you will see In 1, In 2, and Out. In the drop-down next to In 1, select XLR mic. You can now increase the gain of the mic in the Maestro control panel, or on the Duet itself by first selecting Input 1 and increasing the gain. You should now see the signal on the level indication meters in Maestro and on the Duet when you speak into the mic. Raise input fader 1. You can set it to 0 by holding the Apple key and clicking on the fader. Under the master output fader, select 1 and 2 in the drop-down box. Plug in your headphones to the front of Duet, or plug in monitors to the Out L and Out R connectors of the Duet breakout cable. Let's take a look at the Maestro Mixer for a moment. The Maestro Mixer is simply for low latency monitoring and is not a recording application. It is to be used in conjunction with a recording application such as GarageBand or Logic. Remember, when using Maestro, make sure that you have the software monitoring in your recording application set to off. Input 1 and 2 are controls for how much of the mic or instrument plugged into Duet you want to monitor. The pair of faders labeled From Mac are for monitoring the tracks or loops that you have already recorded in your recording application. 2 hardware is the master volume for the overall mix of all of the inputs. Raising the fader on the Maestro Mixer does not affect the level of the signal going to your recording application. Only adjusting the mic pre in Maestro or on the Duet itself changes the level going into your recording application. If you have a condenser mic, you do the exact same thing we did to set up a dynamic mic. The only difference is you will need the Duet to send phantom power to the mic. You do this by checking the box labeled 48V. This sends 48 volts to the microphone to power it. This is also known as phantom power. On input 2, we're going to connect a guitar into the high-Z input. In Maestro's control panel, you will change the drop-down labeled In 2 from XLR mic to instrument. Raise input fader 2 on the Maestro Mixer and you should now hear your guitar along with the mic. Keep in mind the instrument in can be used for guitar, bass, or synths. If you have a stereo synth, you can also change In 1 to instrument, giving you a stereo high-Z input. Another thing you can do is group the 2 inputs by checking the group box. This allows you to increase the gain of the 2 inputs at the same time. This is great for stereo synths or stereo mic setups. You will also notice the icon that looks like a circle with a line through it. This is a phase switch. When checked, it reverses the polarity of the input signal. This is sometimes needed when using 2 microphones on the same source to avoid phase cancellation. The XLR inputs of the Duet can also be used as +4 or -10 line level inputs. This is great if you want to use an external mic pre. Most mic pre's are +4 output, so you would change the drop-down to XLR line +4. If you're using a device with unbalanced outputs, such as the RCA outs on a CD or cassette deck, XLR line -10 may be a better setting. In addition to great sounding I/O, Duet offers a very cool muting feature. Holding down the volume knob until the green outlight starts blinking mutes the main outputs and the headphone output. Pressing and holding the knob again unmutes the outputs. You can also set it up in the Maestro control panel so that it just mutes the monitors or just the headphone outputs. This is great if you're recording your own vocals. You can mute the monitors while you're recording and just have the headphones playing. When you're done recording, you can now switch it back to play through the monitors by just holding down the knob again. Thank you for choosing Apogee. For more support information, please visit us online at www.apogeedigital.com.